All right, problem 710. Millimeters, grams, and seconds. Origin is located at the nose and the center of our arcs. So let's see, sketches, lines, circles, center lines, arcs, extrude boss, extrude cut, fillets and chamfers, mirror. Probably could mirror the circles, but I'm not really seeing anything there. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking this top profile. So if we open it up in the top plane and do that geometry and then build back and build in, I might be able to do the contours and regions and get all of that in one shot. So we'll see what we get. Let's go ahead and open up our millimeter template. I'm going to go into the top plane, going to stay with the rectangle. So we can go midpoint, and we have a distance of 52 and an overall of 135. Okay, then we'll go with the angles. I grabbed the midpoint. I'm pretty sure I didn't want that. So let's highlight that and delete the midpoint. Again, we can always go over to the existing relations. And let's go ahead and get in our dimension. So we are given 70 between those points. And let's just go horizontal. And we have 30. And they threw a virtual sharp at us. So let's go 70. So that's interesting. What else did we get on the dreaded perpendicular? All right, so if you select one of the lines and you see a perpendicular, that was inferred. It's not anything that we did. And I'm just going to go with the center line so we can get symmetry. All right, so that looks pretty good. Might as well, since we've gone this far, we'll put in the hole location, and I can mirror that across. Our dimension is 8 millimeters. And we have between the two 100. And the height is off the back 25. Okay, so let's go ahead and extrude. Center line wants to participate, that's fine. We'll go to a blind in condition of 10 millimeters. It's pretty good. Let's open up the sketch on the back. And I want to make sure that I'm actually looking at it from the back before I start. And they're going to give us radiuses, but I'm going to go ahead with circles. And then when we get to the dimension, we have, make sure I'm pulling these. We have a radius of 30, so that one will be 60. And I'm going to switch it. And then the interior is a radius or a diameter of 40. Well, let's make sure that goes 40. So I can leave it. We'll draw another circle that will be the outside. That is a diameter of 125. Okay, and then these are going to be split as far as the regions, so we'll go ahead and put a line there. And then if I don't pull up the tangency, we just need to make sure that that is horizontal. And we'll select the bottom edge and make sure that that is parallel. All right, so my distance overall then becomes 60. Okay, I'm good with that. Let's see, so all of this geometry will terminate at a point. All right, quick double checks. That all looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and extrude this. And we're going to pick the two regions, reverse the direction. I guess I didn't really need to reverse it. I can just go right up to the... Oh, now it's going to be a blind condition because that first bit of geometry is only 10 millimeters. Oh, and it left me a nice interior there, so let's try that again. If we don't do that one, well, let's just go ahead and... Oh, nice. All right, pay attention to the selections. Since I got a little button happy there, that's going to be fine. We'll just leave it. All right, let's share the sketch, extrude, and the region is that one. And that one we need to reverse and make sure that I'm going up to vertex. Okay, so that looks pretty good. The little dimple on this isn't too big, so let's one more, extrude cut. And this time I'll just pick the contour and go up to next. So it removes that center section. What do we want to do? The holes. We'll stay on the front and go to the sketch. So somewhere we're going to have that and that if it's not too big. We'll see what we end up with there. So in the detail we have a diameter of 18 and a diameter of 7. And then we just need to position it. And radius of 30. All right, so we want to make sure that we're staying linear on that dimension. So of 30, and then we're going 75. So a neat little trick is that we don't need a construction line or construction lines if we have points. Well, hopefully it'll give me a point. No, it's not really picking that up. Let's see if it'll go that way, and then let me come back. So if I can find a third point, no. All right, then we don't have a neat little trick. So let me try that one more time. If we pick the vertex, we pick a point, and we get one other point. Wonder if I can filter that. Nope, it really doesn't want to give it to me. All right, so if we get one other point, it would pull a dimension without having the center line. But since that is not cooperating, we have to be prepared to adjust. So let's see, that radius, oh, that was 30, and then yeah, that outside row 30th. So that makes sense that that would be there. Make sure that if you turn the filters on, you turn them off. And then we'll go with our angle of 75 degrees. All right, and then features, extrude. We're going to go to the contour, up to surface, and my selected contour. I don't really want the dimple in there just yet because it needs to go all the way through. I might as well not confuse myself that, and it's not going to be an extrude, it's going to be a cut. Not confuse myself that when I need that to go all the way through or up to next, that it does find its way to the back of the part as a through dimension. All right, last two holes then, we will go circle and circle. Since there's only two, we can pick these center points, make those horizontal, select control select and make equal. And then we need our distance, 95 on a bolt circle. and then 50 off of the angle. So, well, let's go ahead and put it in, see what we get. All right, that one's going to go to coincident. We are going to need a center line, because at this point I don't know that I'm going to be able to get that that other position with the angle. So 2 times 12, and then from the base to the center line, that one goes 50, and then we just need to make sure that that goes coincident. Features, extrude cut, we can stay up to next, and it's going the right way. All right, so let's look at our, it looked like there was some radiuses. It kind of did a virtual sharp. So radius of 5. So that one, that one, that one. When they say typical, you know, pretty much want to put them everywhere. But let's go ahead and zoom up, because it looked like, yeah, they're in there as well. Inside there, not really showing anything up there. Okay. So let's go ahead and pick a bunch of these. And also not on the back. And then how about on that front? So it doesn't look like there's any on that intersection. So we'll go with that and see how that looks. And we'll go to 5 millimeters. All right, can kind of see all of that. I'm not picking out any other ones that I might have missed. So let's make sure to save this. P7-10. And our number then, let's see, I'm all zoomed out here. So our number then, if it wants to cooperate, is 113,890. So mass properties 114,048. Cool. All right, we're still in the ballpark with that one, but just a quick look. I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me where I missed, and that is pretty close within, pretty much within a cubic millimeter. So I think I'll take it.